The terrorists are running straight towards B.
Yeah, going to be a heavy B push here. Of course, we talk about the fact that it's very easy to retake that B site, so it is going to be almost a definite bomb plant unless we can see some pretty nice one-taps. They do, of course, have a kit onto Nikki, and actually we've got Candy, the player who was so amazing in the first map, fell off a bit in the second, who's currently playing a raid boss, but they are going to let the time burn down a little bit. No real aggression coming out from the CT side. They don't want to get caught out, so they're just not pushing at all. They're looking for somewhere, just peeking like very, very passively, but here comes that smoke. The one smoke they have is going to be thrown out to give them a little bit of a push, a little bit of a rush down ramp to guarantee that bomb plant. It will go towards that connector to stop any sort of rotation coming in. But here we go. 2 instant headshots, 3 instant headshots as Nikki, before the smoke goes down properly, manages to just absolutely destroy the opposition. And what do you do here?
Well, you already said it, unless we see some crazy one-taps. That was exactly what Nikki came up with. Now, Cindy is trying to work herself back in the round for her team, but the bomb has been dropped on B, and 4 CTs are covering it, so what are the odds? Minus 100 at least.
Yeah. Maybe minus 9,000 at this stage, but either way, it's an absolutely phenomenal round from Nikki. We spoke about the fact that not all of her kills were big plays, but she was definitely chugging along, and while every single map that they played, she's been up there, and well, why not throw in an amazing play to start off? 3 headshots before a smoke can pop. Like, that literally was thrown. They rushed, and she went bang, bang, bang. Round was over before they even got anywhere near the site. We do, of course, now see the force spike coming in, no bomb plant. I mentioned the fact that it was almost expected from that push, but it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And now we're going to see, well, quite a lot of SMGs. So we've seen the MP9s fail before. UMP going to be spraying away to try and find the first frag, but it won't happen. They will find the second, though. But Party's there to trade, and, well, Giuliano with the 1 rifle is going to be the backbone of this team. Last player on green train, not a decent position to be in, but we'll find one. Actually find a second as well, so not the worst round in the world, but you're trying to win that second round to try and stop anything.
Yeah, if you go for the investment, you kind of want to win it, but three kills isn't that bad. Of course, they didn't plant the bomb, so the investment throws them back a little bit. Doesn't matter too much. EYESports realize that it's a CT-sided map, so they can still spend some time. And actually, you could see them smile after that triple kill by Nikki at the start in the pistol round. They were smiling because they knew that is insane. There's nothing that you can do about it. And the same goes for this round. The CTs with a really basic mop-up rounds. Now, EYESports on the AKs.
Yeah, this is where they do need to bring themselves forward a little bit. Of course, we did see a nade dropped in there that did an absolutely ridiculous amount of damage for the CT side, but a good start. Giuliano going to be straight onto that AWP. We will not see the same from Candy as of yet. And, well, she's already done better than she did in the first half of Cobblestone, so that may be a sign that she's come to play this one.
Does it actually say something? If she's better than the first half on Cobblestone, that's the real question, though. Well, she's having a better start at least. Now they're going for that execution, but not quite. They take a lot of time. Only sending Party in. I don't know if she misunderstood her teammates, because that push seemed very suicidal. Now Jen gets traded by Nopka and Cindy onto Ivy, onto Giuliano, but it's a 1v3 already. Nopka stepping up as well. She found a sweet spot now. 3 kills in a round. It's only Cindy against the 2 CTs. It's not over yet, though.
She's going to have to go big here. Nopka already low on HP with a triple kill herself. Crossfire is there, but the bomb's going to be able to be retrieved. And actually, she could even go towards B. Has to check a lot of angles, so it could be a little bit problematic. But she may just play the fake here. This could actually be very, very smart. She's going to make the rotation come in from one of the players, but she's got to turn around, and she will find the frag. This is now back to a 1 versus 1. She hits herself that sweet spot, and there's only one player left in her way. But, of course, that one player is Zaz, who's been an absolute tank throughout this series. Has one more player to find to win herself a 4th round on this, but it's not going to happen. As Cindy with the quad. Jen manages to get 1 to help her out a little bit, but a massive round coming out from Cindy, and that's going to allow her to get their first round on the board.
I fully understand anyone on the CT side on Team Secret being really mad at themselves, because that round, they took it, and then they went to the window, or rather to the elevator. They drove up to the 20th level, and then they threw it out of the window and said, goodbye, come later. And, well, EYESports happy to receive that gift. They were standing down on the road and wondering who threw that round out of that window.
Yeah. And it ultimately came down to the play. It was really nice there just to hide in the corner. However, we do see the pistols coming in. Juliano's going to do a nice bit of damage to start. It is a trade damage, though, and Candy will just rip the head clean off Juliano, punish her, and actually save her teammate in the meantime. However, that is quite a bit of damage done, and 3 players still with rifles. Zaz going to be playing up close, trying to find the frag with the 5.7, of course. Up close and personal, this weapon does do a hell of a lot of damage, but let's see if she's actually able to pull this one off.
Yeah, Zaz has spotted the terrorist, so she's not able to call in for the rotation yet, even though you can see some movements on Team Spirit. Secret. How did I? Brain, start working again. So Zaz and Nikki sitting on the B bomb site. The terrorists are all coming through ramps, so they run into the crossfire setup. Now, nobody from upper yet, at least. Party onto Zaz, Nikki onto Ailey. It's a 3v3, and the CTs have the rotation coming in. It's going to be impossible for the terrorists to plan, at least not now. Candy on 31 and Cindy on 9. Candy really savage this round. Candy with a good spray onto Nopka. She was turning the wrong way. Vilga is coming around from the bomb train. She's got about a few seconds left until the terrorists have to plant the bomb, and they still have to pick up the C4. Oh, she comes around, picks down 2. Team Secret are right back again after losing the first rifle.
Yeah, it was a nice crossfire there. Nikki obviously coming in to find a frag alongside Zaz, but it was ultimately the big play coming up from Vilga on that retake, finding 3 kills, and, well, the bomb didn't go down there, so it's going to be very, very painful for the T side. They end up with no money, and they've just got to go for some sort of force, and the fact is, to get nades on the board, Ailey has even had to not go for any armor.
Yeah, no, I wonder what the real... Well, they invested a lot of money in this round. They have to plant the bomb. There's no way around that. And they have to at least pick up 3 kills. The CTs can just hang back. They have a 4-man stack on the A bomb, so with the backstabber coming in as well. Vega with a very good position. She gets swarmed by the terrorists though. And says running at her from behind. Just picking up Jen. So minor damage only. And no bomb plant.
Yeah, again, it's sort of like that situation where they need to get themselves rolling here. Of course, the T side is definitely the worst side of this map, the harder side to play, and it can get down to that point where if Team Secret just keep themselves rolling, we know for a fact, let's be brutally honest here, we know for a fact that there's a chance at least that Zaz will individually be able to win them around on the T side, or at least a few, and get their economy rolling, which she's been so consistent. As I name her, she comes out with already 3 kills in this round, looking for a 4th. Do you know what? Just finish it off. Prove me right for once, Zaz. You've absolutely destroyed this round. And, well, I said on the T side, obviously this round she's decided to do it CT.
Yeah, there it is. Ace for Zaz.
I'm just a genius.
Big up this man. Big him up.
See, look, even they're having... We've just seen Zaz smile.
Yeah, nobody else.
The world's about to end. The world's about to end. She's loving that one, and I don't blame her, to be honest. Absolutely phenomenal stuff, and that's the scary thing. Like, that, if that happens on the T side at all, she could end the game. Like, they're already 6-1 to the good, of course. Now we do have Candy on that AWP. It is glass cannon, but she's got to get her confidence rolling, because so far, last map, this map, apart from with the Tech 9, we haven't seen too much.
Indeed. But we haven't seen too much of her teammates either. Now Zaz is going to put down Jen. And the CT start with that man advantage, and it's tremendously hard to play against a team that has, wow, okay, 1-man advantage, and now 2-man. Gianna with a leg shot onto Candy. How did she bend that bullet around the corner? I don't know. That
seen the film like Wanted.
Yeah, indeed. Maybe she's well,
Angelina.
No, yeah.
Juliana.
You can read my mind, man. I didn't want to.
Oh, God. And, well, why not? Zaz just going to get 8 kills in 2 rounds. I think that's pretty reasonable as well. So, yeah, she's stepping up massive already, but she's still, like, the other thing we mentioned is, so Nopka is currently 9-2, the player that didn't really show up on the map they lost, already hitting all the shots, firing on all cylinders. Vilga going to be in the same scenario, 10-3. And then even in the last round, we saw Giuliano styling a little bit with that AWP. So they are looking like a much better unit. Maybe Mirage is a map they shouldn't go for in the next, but I don't know. Gen, going aggressive, starts things off at least.
Let's talk after this round. I see really bad things on the horizon for Team Secret. Oh, Party is down to 7, and Nikki should have this firefight under control. Okay, 2v2, the bomb is planted, but Saz will kill them all. Triple kill for her again, and she wonders, did I just kill them? Take a look at the screen. Did I just kill them all? Yeah, you did, Saz. You are really back in shape, back in form, and that's exactly what Team Secret needed.
But yeah, especially if they are going to go on. Like, I'm still saying if, because I still want to have that hope. Like, it is a CT-sided map, but if they are going to go on, like, obviously there's some huge individuals on that Team Heaven side. They had some nice team play as well. But 8-1 up, Team Secret are looking very, very dominant. And it seems like they have so many individuals that can just shut down rounds. We saw Vilga do it. Of course, don't even need to mention Zaz, and here goes Giuliano. Not quite hitting that shot. And actually a double up on the T side, I think that's pretty unconventional.
It is, and they aren't able to open up the round despite the fact they have 2 orbs. And Giuliano scared them away from B tunnels, and now Saz is going for her aggressive move. Reminds me of Heroes there. And, well, she's yet to find anyone, but that's a lot of information for the CTs. You can see that Giuliano is obviously already going for the rotation, but Saz drops down. Party goes to work on her. That leaves the B bombs are completely open. The CTs have to react to that, but EYESports is way too focused on A. They are really committed to that already with the 2 players at Ivy.
Yeah, the Ivy push does mean a rotation would take a long time. The thing is, it could actually be worth it because look at this crossfire set up over towards Ivy at the moment. If they can isolate these 2 players, they're going to swing the round, and before I can even finish the sentence, they do just that. 2 nice kills coming in. The crossfire is perfect, but Gen with 2 straight back, not giving them a second to break. As we see Nikki and Giuliano trying to hold this one down and to stop EYESports getting to 2, but Candy with the orb, not going to let that happen.
I think that was another no-scope by Giuliano on that train. I sensed something. My crystal ball told me. Giuliano probably 50% of her kills with no-scopes, which is freaking insane. But you have to still hit that shot. I mean, you have to be on the rough perimeter of the model. And she's got that real confidence in her own and in the no-scope, you know? She just turns around, shoots you.
Maybe she stuck a little bit of blue tack on the middle of her screen just so she knows exactly where it is. That's an old school tactic. But here we go. Nopka and Giuliano starting things off. And this could be even worse for EYESports if they fall back and straight away lose a round after winning one. Molotov going to be thrown out, but Zaz throwing out a smoke, not going to give anything away. Party will actually find a kill onto Nikki. So that does leave it back into a possible scenario, but it's still going to be a 3 versus 4 here. And you see the CT side, they're still in full control. And the T's, we're looking for someone like Candy, someone like Jen to step up and find an entry kill. Party's way too low on HP to make too much of a difference. Of course, we have seen some nice low HP plays already in this tournament, but 8-2, 4 versus 3. Who's going to be the one to step up?
Yeah, Giuliano on upper. She gets put down by Candy's orb. And now it's Saz together with Nopka on the on the B-bomb side. Saz, no question about who's going to win that. Guess what? She's getting another triple kill. How many of those did she have already?
Like 3, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe 4.
3 and the ace.
Yeah, and the ace, of course.
We forgot about the ace.
Just impeccable play from her. The other thing to note is, so that reaction shot there, Giuliano gets taken down. That's what we saw. She actually hits the dink while falling back. So even in the scenarios where you think there's no way, they're still hitting shots. It's just obviously the weakness of the M4. And, well, no AWP for either side in this round. That has fallen back. Giuliano dying, but also switched over. The push was coming in, but the flashbang will actually force them back here. So a little bit of unknown aggression there. The T's may just get away with that, with their sort of minds at rest, not knowing that there were 2 players barreling towards them. But here we go. The push seems to be coming onto the A side now. The bomb making its way there. Here comes the push from Vilga. She's going to have to go big. There's a few pairs around her now, and she really could get caught out. And there is exactly what happens. A trade comes in the meantime, though. A nice shot from Nikki as she falls away, but Candy finds one more. And, of course, there is Zaz once again.
Only 2 so far. There's a third. I would have been disappointed if she hadn't picked up 3 in this one. So 10 to 2.
19 to 4.
19 kills in 12 rounds. Yeah, she's happy, and rightfully so. She really feels the moment right now. It's the Team Secret warming up on the first map, and we have 0 kills on AD.
Noticed.
That is a little...
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like we saw it come out from Candy sort of in the first map, although she did manage to get 1. Look at this again. This time it's Giuliano. Not going to be allowed to get the ace as Zaz goes, no, you can't keep up with me. I'm going to take a frag away. But either way, like they didn't manage to do it in the previous rounds. They went, okay, let's do it again. Go for that double peak. And Zaz, of course, not 3 this time, but she still gets a double kill. It's just about enough, I'd say. Just about enough.
Yeah, we give her a break. And the sun is out as well. The people having a way better time than this morning. Sitting in the sun as well, just enjoying some CS outside. That's really lovely. Now, Secret is enjoying themselves on train. EYESports is not having any joy at all, and they have to work themselves in there. Now, they were forced away from B way too often. I think they should be a little more resilient over there and battle it out with Saz.
Yeah, Giuliano is going to be out of the round very quickly this time. No aggressive push from her at all. She is taken out of the round. Zaz, she's made that play twice now, and it hasn't worked, but either way, she's still playing pretty phenomenally. It looks like this round is going the way of the Ts, though, as there's not too much left for the CTs to play with. But we've seen them come out of crazier situations, and dropping the bomb like that will give Vilga a chance. Party there to trade, and Nikki now, the last player left alive, actually gets a dink through the smoke as well. How on earth did she hit that? A little bit of luck goes a long way, but she's now actually brought this back into a position where it is possible. Money, of course, not really going to be a problem. They've only lost 2 rounds total so far. Let's see whether or not they can make this one work. Nikki, as said, the sort of ninja killer in this matchup, as she always seems to find frags without them actually being on camera. But can she now make the big plays that are necessary? 1 player low, not peeking, making some smart decisions here. Party got no reason at all to actually peek this, and will go for the peek. And now actually Molotov thrown out. Not going to be enough to actually take the kill, but will be spraying away with the 5-7. Has she actually got that? It's going to be so damn close. She might actually get away with this. It's just going to defuse.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
That is heartbreaking. Now, on top of a bad start, now they're having bad luck as well, and then some unfortunate decisions being made in the 2v1. Like you said, she had no reason to go for the peek from behind E-box. The Molotov wasn't on the bomb either. And then the last surviving player just going for the peak as early as that. She just faked.
Yeah, got baited.
Give her 2 seconds and then go for the fake. So if you go down, you at least wasted 2 or 3 additional seconds. Not go for the peak instantly, but obviously that's hindsight. You're really freaking nervous in those situations. I know that myself. I've been shaking like, well, I don't know. Shaking a lot, and
like a shake weight.
Yeah.
Vilga will trade back the first frag that came in. Bomb has been planted relatively early this time, and a few kills coming the way of the Ts. Looks like they want to bounce straight back, but unfortunately it's not going to be a string of rounds. And look who's left.
And look how many players are left as well.
Yeah.
It smells like a 3K to me. She's already on it. She still has an Incinerate to work with. That's the first one. Saz on the lookout. Now she's got the Incinerate to draw out her opponent from E-box. Pushes forward, but Ailey shuts her down, and that's Ailey going for the double kill. And those are 2 kills and 1 EYESports, 1 of the rounds. So doesn't matter how many kills you have. It matters when you pick them up.
Yeah, of course. Any player can step up at any time and make a big difference. The only problem is now they are very close to that threshold where the pistol round can actually just lose them the game. So I don't want to count them out just yet. Obviously, we've seen some phenomenal performances. This is just one of them. This play from Zaz was against pistols, but that doesn't take away the skill it takes to actually switch between player to player, to actually spray down 3-4 players in a row while they're all shooting at you. Like, that's impeccable stuff. It's not something that's easy to do at all. And while this is the scary thing, so they need 4 rounds to finish this. I think Zaz has single-handedly won them more than that. So it's a really, really hard prospect. We need to see some players step up. And, of course, it goes without saying, we need to see this pistol.
Yeah.
Ooh, that nade.
Yeah, that nade, but at the same time, if you
Zaz.
compare the rounds, it's Zaz, yeah. Ailey down, Party down. The CTs have to rotate. They have no control over the bomb side. Look at how far the terrorists can push through. They are in the CT spawn, and they are doubling up. Zaz with a triple.
What's the point? What is the point?
Jen and Cindy, the last ones alive. And wow. I mean, analyze this.
Zaz equals God.
Yeah.
I think that's the only real analysis we can make here. 25-7. That is a God tier performance coming out from her against an opponent who took the first map off them. And I don't know what I would actually say if I was the manager here. You could see him yawning in the background. Yeah, what do you say? Try and kill Zaz. That would be a start.
Find Zaz, kill her.
And
Oh, 5 Mac 10s. All right. It's going to sound really awkward when they start firing. Like somebody's having some digestive problems. A 4v4, and the CT's on the rotation, but there's really no chance.
If I have that bad digestive problems, I think I'm going to the doctor. But either way, 4 versus 2, it is just the shredder at the moment. And while it is one of those scenarios where you kind of have to just say, well played to Team Secret. They've been absolutely phenomenal. They started on that CT side. They won the knife. This is why the knife is so crucial. They got themselves 12 rounds. In the clutch situations, we saw some ridiculous... Like, you think about all the times that the clutches came in like that. 1v, what was it, 2, 3 versus Nikki.
Yeah.
If she hadn't won that, then we could have seen 4, 5, maybe even 6 rounds for the T side. We've got a completely different map. Instead, we're looking at a 14-3. The CTs have had to buy up with FAMASes, and we've got the full AKs coming in for the T side.
I'm really curious what would have happened if Team Secret had started on the T side. But that's obviously a huge theory that nobody can really answer. EYESports have to pull it back on their own. There is nobody helping them except for themselves. The 5 FAMASes on the hand against 5 AKs, so the odds are already quite low. But they have the positional advantage, and they can rotate rather quickly. Now they have the first frag in the back. They're falling back a little more, and I really like that move. Now they realize, okay, guys, we've got the advantage now. Let's hold on to it. Let's trade, and let's keep them from planting, because Team Secret's economy is playing a big role as well. If EYESports can break that, they can start their own streak on the CT side. We've seen plenty of comebacks on train, especially 1.6, where it was 13-2 or sometimes even 14-1. And the other team completely shut them down on the CT side, and we've also seen that on CSGO. So never count anyone out. Naily is proving us why, because even though she didn't have a frag for a long time, for 14 rounds, now she's coming alive.
Yeah, this is looking good for them. Obviously, the FAMASes do have their limitations, but it seems like it's working so far. Nikki will find one with the nade, so it is going to bring it back into contention. But there's Candy once again. She finds another frag. Haven't said her name too much recently. Nikki still in the clutch, though, is a scary prospect. Will fake out the bomb and find the headshot. It still comes down to a 1v1, even in a round where they have such an advantage.
Yeah, and Cindy had 10 HP. It could have ended way different, but, well, the terrorist money is getting a little low. They have an AK on Nopka, a few Tech 9s, and the Mac 10.
Yeah, speaking of comebacks on this map, I think one of the craziest games I've ever casted was Gambit versus Method. And it was 14-1 first half for Gambit, 16-14 win for Method. So
wow.
You don't get much better than that.
Yeah. But that's just Gambit in a nutshell sometimes. It's kind of... Everyone that has played for Hellraisers before has that gene. That kind of... We can't win games gene sometimes, but they got better, every one of them. So huge Hellraisers fan back then.
Molotov going to be thrown out onto the bomb to stop the defuse, but not going to be happening. Actually, not the player with the kit going for the defuse here, so a little bit of a risk. Luckily for them, Cindy and Candy, almost said Andy there, will actually get rid of it, get rid of the players, stop any chance of a defuse. But or stop any chance of a kill coming onto the defuse. But either way, the bomb planted will give extra money over to the T side. Of course, they only need to win very few rounds to actually close out this series and go into the upper bracket versus Team Heaven.
Yeah, they could start rushing B all the time and they would probably happen to win 2 rounds. Or they could start or stay in the spawn and just wait until they get 2 rounds for free. Now, that's not how easy it is, but, well, they can take their time.
Zaz, you run in and kill everyone, and we'll wait here.
Oh,
Okay, guys,
that
see you
would
later.
be so bad, man, if they would actually do that 4 or 5 rounds in a row. And the other ones don't show at all. They just let the time run out, even if Zaz's dead. But obviously that's unfair. That's really unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, no, it's just humor.
Yeah.
But here we go. It is just pistols here. EYESports are making a bit of a case as they will get themselves up to 6. But now is where the fight begins. This is where we see what Team Secret have to offer on the T side. This is where you say, well, it's easy enough winning those CT side rounds. What can you do on the unfavored side of the map? That is the thing that's the question that you have to ask.
Indeed, and you can see some spirit coming back in the faces of EYESports. They were, you know, they had that fury inside of them, and you can see it in their faces when they high five. It's like, come on, come on! And now let's see if they can really hold on to the bomb site here. Giuliano's already on top of the bomb site. Says yet to pick up a kill. And Giuliano getting that one onto Jen, making it a 4v4 again. And wow, all of a sudden they turn it back again. Vilga, though, goes down to Party inside the bomb site. Saz is on 14 HP. She's pushing around, picking up the headshot onto Party. A 2v3 now. This looks like Team Secret's round, but they are very low, and Saz doesn't plant the bomb because of a nade. Now Candy coming back as well, and all of a sudden the CTs win it, making it 7-14.
That nade was the changing factor. If that bomb had gone down, it wouldn't have mattered. If Zaz had died, they could have fallen back, played it passive, but instead they had to go for the aggressive peaks to try and win that round, and smartly done by EYESports. Obviously, a little bit lucky with the nade, but a round's a round, and that's what they need at this stage. They don't need to be winning in the most amazing ways possible. They need to grind all the way back, and that's one of the hardest things to do in CS. It's definitely possible. We've seen many teams do it. We've seen teams like Liquid throw it away many times, but they may have settled that a little bit during the major. But either way, we are going into just a pistol buy again from Team Secret. We know they can do damage with these weapons. We have a Deagle as well onto Nikki. And, well, who would count out Zaz after the performance we've seen so far?
No one ever. And Vilga slipped through the CT's fingers. The incendiary are not going to block her off, but the rifle in Party's hand will. Candy with a double kill as well. Nopka and Giuliano, the last 2 alive. Candy picking up a triple kill now. She's taken a side of Zaz's strat book.
Yeah, well, I think they're going to need her. They really, really are. We saw her on Mirage, was absolutely phenomenal. One of the big players to win that match, but, well, this is the player that we're all looking at the moment, not just the camera, because she is playing out of her mind. Currently 28 kills in 23 rounds. That's very, very impressive stuff. But here we go. The AWP onto Giuliano. Going to be trying to open up these rounds and actually going to go very, very aggressive here. Has to be careful. A player's already crossed, but nice flick from her to start the round. Zaz, even when low on HP, will find that frag as well. And this could be the final hole being drilled into the armor of this CT side, as they are now left with just 2 players, although Giuliano and Zaz are low.
Candy and Party are still in this round, and I mean the bomb hasn't been planted. It's still dropped way behind. Giuliano's on 6, Zaz on 22. They can definitely turn this upside down. They have some equipment as well. Vilga going down to Candy. That's the start for the CTs. Now Nopka is the only one with 100 HP on the terrorist side, and she's not carrying the bomb, so she has to cover her teammate. She goes down to Candy, though. Party with another one. Giuliano on 6 HP. She's got the AWP with her. 50 seconds on the clock. There goes the first one. Party is still around. Now she knows where Giuliano was. Giuliano moved around quite quickly, trying to change her approach. Party just digging in deep, and I really like that behavior by Party now. She knows my opponent has to plant the bomb. I can hang back. Let her make the first move.
Well, that's it, really. She can give herself 5 seconds to react. while that bottle, whatever it is, 3.5, to react to that bomb going down. It does give a little bit of an advantage, but you have to remember Giuliano is very, very quick on the trigger, even when low on HP, and she's actually read this quite well. The only problem is the time's starting to tick away. She's going to go running, and the second those footsteps are made, it was impossible, but still a lot of damage done. The buy coming back from the CTs isn't going to be an ideal one. It will be enough, of course, but the buy, it's not the matter at this stage. They've just got to keep winning rounds. They're so far up against the wall.
Just like you said, they don't have to be clean. They can have dirty rounds. They can have really muddy ones. It doesn't matter. They just have to get them on the board, and then they have to put the pressure onto Team Secret. Even though Team Secret is still not feeling any pressure, they still have this very confident 9-round lead.
Yeah, here we go. Push is
And
edging its way.
5.
5.
How did
Well, they have 9 rounds, I suppose. EYESports have 9 rounds. But here goes Nikki, finding the first frag of the round. Of course, it is AKs across the board. The aim's going to be the aim of the game. Yeah, mucked up my own pun. But here we go. Jen only going to manage to do damage as Candy's the one that finds the kill. It is just a trade situation, though, which leaves the advantage with that T side. Of course, we do have the push now going over towards that A site with all CTs pretty much shut out. And this is going to be a very difficult retake, and this could be it. They're going to need to go big here. Candy going to get caught out by a nice spot from Nikki, as we said, chugging along with the frags. Vilga going to be waiting over towards that connector, and both players are in this spot. This should be impossible. Obviously, there's plenty of momentous rounds that we've seen with Rain getting 4 kills pushing from this connector, but I don't feel like the same mistakes are going to be made, as everybody learnt a little bit from that Virtus Pro moment. And Ailey, last one left alive, and the bomb is probably just going to tick away.
Yeah, it's too far gone. She will get 1 frag, but now she has to run for her life. 3 HP. Saz is on the hunt. Ooh, that's gonna be really close. Ooh, nice frag there.
She died to the bomb.
Yeah, I think so too. That was really weird.
She was actually quite far away from it as well, so that was really unlucky. Must have been very, very low on HP to actually die to the bottom from there, but that is sort of the curse of Train. It has the, although if you go up towards upper and stuff and stand in the corner, you're still taking a little bit of damage no matter where you go, so it seems like that was just enough to kill her, and look at what it's done to the buy. It's made a massive difference in terms of what's available. It means they do not have an extra rifle. However, Cindy, she has other ideas. Going to find the first frag straight through smoke. She's going to have to do wonders with this AWP, but it is a 5 versus 4.
Yeah, the terrorists still have this, well, they still don't, well, now they kind of have to worry about this round. I was about to say they still have 1 player on Ivy that can draw some attention away, but that's gone now, so the terrorists left with B hallways, and he's going to be picked off by Saz, opening up this round for the terrorists. But Cindy's already rotated in, and she's on a mission. Oh, just spotted that terrorist on the right side. She's gonna look for more. She already put some pressure on them. Doesn't allow them to push all the way back there. Jen goes down though. Giuliano and Saz stepping up. Saz is still on the train. She's playing with Candy, but Candy picks her. A 2v2 coming up. Nopka and Giuliano have to work together.
Very smart decision.
Candy with a frag, and then it's Giuliano shutting her down. 16-9 in favor of Team Secret. Congratulations to the 2-1 win against EYESports from Russia. So we will see Team Heaven against Team Secret.
Yeah, from Russia with love, you could say. But that's going to be 16 for Team Secret in this stage. They do come back after losing that first map, and they come back in style. Zaz, absolute performer all the way through the series. Even on the map that they lost, you could say that she had, she was picking up 2 entry frags every time on that CT side. We saw an ace, we saw, 3, 4 triple kills coming in from her, and absolute phenomenal performance. But all the way across the board, we saw some very nice plays. And,
handshakes coming in. Kissing point. Well, I guess some kisses will be exchanged between the teammates there, because that really deserves some baiser. If you want to use some French here, some kisses on the cheek, definitely doing a lot of work. I think without her it wouldn't have been possible.
No, and a very impressive display in the end because they do still have a standing in place. It has to be mentioned. Obviously, for the first map, she was almost not there at all.
Yeah.
Like it seemed like they definitely switched up, and she was playing a map she enjoyed much more on cobble.
Я думаю,
And we're
нам
going to
передали
the
все
stage
слово,
by the
да?
looks of things.
Давай, пойдем туда.
I think so,
Ребята,
yeah.
Ксения,
Sounds like it.
Ливка,
That's
давайте
Stepan.
похлопаем все.
Maybe. Okay, so Stepan is going to get an interview with Vilga from Team Secret.
It will be in Russian, though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it is completely useless to most of you guys. If you do speak Russian, I'm sure you can go and see that on the Russian stream.
I
Although,
bet.
please don't leave us.
Stay here.
Stay here for some, well, I suppose some minor analysis towards the end of that. I do have to think that when we come back, we will be talking about the next matchup of Team Heaven versus Team
Indeed.
Secret, which it's what we expected, maybe not in quite the manner, though. Like,
Yeah.
Team Heaven, it wasn't exactly like you see 2-0 and you automatically think, that's a
Yeah.
easy game. No, they were both very, very close maps. Like, what, 16, 14, 16, 12.
Yeah.
So not by any means a far and out series. And then we go on to this one. I don't think many people, you look at the odds, I think it was 88% in favor of the Team Secret side, and they lost the first map of Mirage. And
Yeah, do we still
Okay.
have a favorite? That's the question. I mean, of course, looking back at the last map, yeah, we have one. But overall in this tournament, I think everyone showed that there is some really good level between those 4 teams, and they're roughly on the same level with some spikes out on top and then also down below.
Well, it's going to be a very interesting next series, especially when you talk about like the matchup of Jin. She was like one of the carries, like one of the big players. You got Zaz, Giuliano facing off against Jin as well. That'll be a really interesting one to witness. So I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, we don't want to give away too much now because we're going to jump into that series soon and we'll have nothing to say. So I imagine we will be going to a commercial break, but I don't think it's going to be a particularly long one if we're going to be staying on schedule.
Don't think so either, because those 3 maps took quite long. So stay around, make sure to follow the channel, and also check out our Twitters.
Yeah, I think they came up a second ago.
Yeah.